Hey guys, Mr. B here again, bringing you another lovely video on derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions. So this one is it's a little bit more complex than the other two that we've done because we have to use one of our derivative rules, which of course is we're going to use the product rule. So we've already done a bunch that involve the chain rule, so that's the only thing that's a little bit different than this one. There's just a couple more steps involved. And again, it's really important to know what the derivatives of your arc sine, arc cos, and arc tan, and cotan, and things like that are. So let's take the derivative of this. So we're going to use the product rule, which of course is f g prime plus g f prime. So let me erase that to make some room for myself. So I'm going to call my f to be this guy, so x cubed, and then my g to be this guy. So we have to make sure we take our time and use the derivative of cos inverse correctly. So f prime, of course, just x cubed. And then the derivative of cos negative 1. So we got to remember it's 1 over square root 1 minus, well, normally it'd be just u squared. And we've seen it in class where it's just x squared, or x squared, but of course my u in this case is 4x, so what I need to do is sub in that 4x squared, just like that, times, and then the derivative of 4x is just simply 4, so that's my u prime. The derivative of u prime is just 4. And I have, actually that should be a negative there as well, because cos derivative is going to be negative. So then I have plus, and then I just have cos negative 1 of 4x times, I'm running out of space here, the derivative of x to the 3 is just 3x squared. 3x squared. So I fit it in there pretty close. Alright, so now what I need to do is just simplify this a little bit. So I'm going to try to write small as possible. So x to the 3, and I put my negative sign in front of that guy. Oh, don't want to do that. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So my x to the 3, and that's going to be negative because of the negative 1 here. And that's going to be all over 1 minus, and then I have 4 squared, which is 16, and then x squared, 16x squared. And then I have the 4 times the 4. I'm going to rearrange that in another step. Plus 3x squared cos negative 1 of 4x. And then so my final y prime will look like this. I'll write it on the next page just to give myself lots of space. So y prime is equal to negative 4. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. X cubed, of course. X cubed all over 1 minus 16x squared plus, then I have 3x squared cos negative 1 of 4x. So there's my final answer. So that's a bit of a tough one because you have a lot going on there, but just remember, step by step, the steps are easy. Just need to remember each little one. Alright? So hopefully this helped a little bit, and I'll see you guys in class.